Hi, my name is Anny Paredes. I am from Orange County, California. I have been involved with Youngevity for about 5.5 months now, and this is how they changed my life. In July of 2009, at the age of 21, I married my husband, David, and it was supposed to be the happiest time of our life, but it got cut short. 6 months later, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer.
Once we got married, it was such a wonderful thing. We joke around because we say, like, when she tells me, you didn't know you were gonna marry damaged goods. And so we laugh about that, but well, it's kind of true. I didn't know that, but 6 months into our marriage, she was diagnosed with cancer.
It actually controls your mental health, your metabolism, so your weight gain, your weight loss. It controls how much calcium your body absorbs, the oxygen that your cells use. So the doctors told me that I would have to get my thyroid completely removed and have to start on medication for the rest of my life. So after I had the surgery in April, they started me on my medication, and every 2 months I would go in for different scans, whether it was CAT scans, MRIs, full body scans, ultrasounds. And every time that I would get a full body scan, they would take me off of my medication so that it wouldn't mess with the exam results. It would mess with my whole body completely. I would gain weight, I couldn't concentrate, I had muscle pain, I had a lot of joint pain. It was something that was really hard on me and my husband.
As a husband, watching your wife suffer, it's not something that I'd wish on anyone. Because you tend to want to fix everything, but you can't. You just have to be there.
And so every 6 weeks they'd put me in to get blood work done, just to check up on my thyroid function and everything. So it just wasn't working. It wasn't working, and a year later they told me that I still had thyroid cancer. So they told me that I would have to go into radiation for a full week. So I was in a room, secluded from people for a full week, 7 days. I couldn't have any contact with people because there was just so much radiation coming out of my body that if I would have contact with someone else, it would basically harm their system as well. So after the week, they basically told me that just to wait to see how it would work. So I decided to go into school for cosmetology because it was something that I always wanted to do. So I went to cosmetology school. I graduated even with my severe fatigueness. I was able to get through. But at the end of that, I realized that I still couldn't work because I was so fatigued, so tired. My concentration level was still very bad that I couldn't handle being in a salon doing more than 2 haircuts because I would just be drained.
I felt confused many times just because I knew that that's not a normal thing for someone to get tired so quickly.
So I found myself in a position where I had a career, but I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything. My husband sometimes would come back from work and to the home, and I would still be in bed because I was just so tired. And the last blow was last year in December, when in 2012, when my doctor told me that the medication they had me on would cause osteoporosis or heart failure when I got older. So everything that the doctors did for me, it just wasn't working. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel that I looked good. My self-esteem was really low and I couldn't work. I just couldn't function in a normal life. And in April of 2013, I was able to find Youngevity through my in-laws. And my in-laws ended up telling us about a company that was doing really great things in people, that they were really helping people with their health problems and changing people's lives. So I was very skeptical, but I decided to give it a try. So after being on the 90 for Life Healthy Start Pack for about 2 weeks and detoxifying my liver with the liver detox, I started to feel a little bit more energetic after 2 weeks. And after a month, it had completely changed everything. It had taken away every symptom that I had had. I could concentrate, I had energy, I felt good, I was starting to lose weight. And within the first 2 months, I was able to lose 26 pounds, something that was very hard for me. I just could not do, even if I tried exercising and eating right. And it basically just changed my life in a matter of a month.
It was around 6:30 a.m. and Saturday, and she just woke up and I woke up with her. I didn't want to get up, but she just turned around and told me, you know what? I'm gonna go make us breakfast. So I was thrown. I didn't know. I was like, who's this? That's not a wife I know, getting up so early. But it was definitely such a wonderful feeling to know that she was feeling better. And I'm not gonna turn down breakfast.
As weird as this might sound, I believe that God allowed me to go through my experience so that I would now be able to have a passion to help others that are going through the same thing that I'm going through, and be able to use that passion to spread the Youngevity message about health and wellness and be able to help others as well. Now I am 100% cancer-free. I have been able to lose 30 pounds with Youngevity, and I am now partnered with them, helping spread Dr. Joel Wallach's message about health and wellness, and helping people that are going through the same thing that I went through or battling other health issues so that they can overcome that. This is my contact information, so if you want to contact me or have any more questions about Youngevity or just anything that I took, just go ahead and contact me.